Hi everyone, I hope you're doing good. I am in the forest right now spending time with nature, and I wanted to make a video, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of walk a little bit and stop and talk. And this kind of brought me back to when I was in my Master's of Counseling program back in 2010, 2012, and I was trying to think about different ways to reach people and help them to be able to express whatever they needed to talk about. And so my thoughts were like on the go type of counseling. And I was thinking, yeah, walking with people, doing exercise with people would allow them to kind of put down any walls that were up and be more comfortable and just be able to release in more ways than just our words, because our words are powerful. But we also release through putting off energy, through exercise and different types of purging. So that's why I'm out here, is to just kind of talk to you guys. And the main subject that I want to talk about today is preparing our fields for the rain that is coming. What are you doing at this time to prepare your fields? And do you trust that rain is coming for your growth, for your evolution, for your ascension, for your well-being, and that of the greater good? So stay tuned, and I will be right back. All right, you guys. So one of my most favorite movies is Facing the Giants. And in this movie, there's a part where Coach Taylor has a talk with this man who has been walking through the school for many years, touching each locker and praying for the students and a revival of the school. And he comes into Coach Taylor's office and he tells Coach Taylor, excuse me, that he is to remain and to bloom right where he is until Source opens new doors for him. And then he goes on to talk to him because Coach Taylor says, "Do you really think that Source brought you to me?" And he says, "Yeah, I do." And he says, well, he talks about his struggling and stuff like that. And the man says to him and tells a story about two farmers who desperately needed rain. Both of them prayed for rain, but only one went out in the field to prepare for the rain, to receive it. And he asks, which one do you think trusted Source to bring the rain? And then to look inside, which one are you, is the big question. And I want to ask that at this time. Which are you? Are you preparing your fields for the rain? Do you believe that things are positive or negative in this world? Where are you in your awareness as to the bigger picture of what's going on? Are you doing the internal work, or are you stuck in pain and suffering and in low vibrations, depression, anxiety, things like that? And I just want to say for myself, as I prepare my fields, what I am doing is I am trying to feed my body with those things that are serving me, shedding off old belief systems, old BS that is not serving me or the greater good of others, and that does not resonate with my truth and with what I am seeing as I step back as the observer, as I remember who I am as an infinite soul, a multidimensional being having this temporary human experience. I realize that the light is within us and that we are so much more than we've been led to believe. I am also doing yoga, yin yoga, to release a lot of the tension that is basically stored up out throughout our bodies. But for myself, it's a lot of, in my hips and stuff like that, and my lower back. Sorry, a bug. So I've been really paying attention to sensations in my body and the things that, I am experiencing when emotions rise up or different thoughts are rising up, and I can breathe through these things. And that's what yoga helps me with, is those thoughts and emotions that come up when I'm in a position that is difficult, and I have to breathe through it, and I allow those thoughts and emotions to go. I don't go digging for things. I don't dig for, past things. But if they surface, then I go ahead and feel them, and I don't run from them. I love them, and then I release them. I also am doing the Wim Hof breathing like I've talked about, because that helps me to center, to reset my systems in my body. And I'm getting out in nature, and this is the stuff I'm doing to prepare my fields. But not only that, as a CPS survivor, I am learning about what is going on in this world, how these things are happening, and what I can do to be the change that I want to see. And as I learn more and more, what I hope to do is to bring forth information for those who are at a place where they have gone inside and they have been led and directed to me or to someone else for information, and they're just looking for support or encouragement or information. And that's what I want to do. I want to be there for those who are really ready and are willing to do the work or to follow their bliss. This isn't about like, oh, I got to do all this stuff and I got to, be working so hard. It's not about that. When we follow our bliss, our purposes open up to us, but we have to be willing to put forth the energy to focus on those things that are helping us and others, and then we get into the flow of life, and things just are brought to us, and when we are having our eyes open and our ears open, we will receive them. We don't want to be like that story where the person asks for help and answers to their anything they're going through, and the source of all things sent 3 boats, and they said, nope, I don't need the boat. I'm waiting for source to answer my my prayers, my request, and to save me. And yeah, they missed it. And we need to be aware. We need to be sitting in presence, pure awareness, in order to hear that still small voice. And it's an ongoing process for me. I wanted to put this out there for people to encourage you to prepare your fields for the rain and to look at the positive that's going on. Nature, the world, the planet has had time to rest at this time. What are we doing in our lives to be connected with all that is and to take responsibility for our creations and our co-creations? How are we stepping into our power? All this stuff is preparing our fields for the rain. We are growing. We are learning from our life experiences. So it's all about perspective and being open to new things coming in as, we shut off the old so that there's space for the new. So I hope that you guys got a little bit of water for your fields that you're preparing, and that you continue to raise your vibrations and to remember that we are one. We are unity consciousness, and as we shift ourselves to higher levels, it helps the collective, and we have so much power to change what's going on right now. So let's not live in any type of division. Let's not live in hate or fear or any of those things. Get away from that TV, the mainstream media, and the just the news and all of that stuff, and even alternative. A lot of it has been taken over, just like the food sources and all of that. So we really do have to look to the answers within, and then doors that open. Yes, we can learn from others that we're led to, but we need to be making sure that we are aware of who we put and what we put our faith into, because we've been programmed and conditioned for too long to trust and believe in those who don't have our best interests in mind. And this is for our families. This is about you. This is about me. This is about all of our children, all of the elderly. And this is about more than just the human, species. This is about all of us together. I see that when something happens to my family, it's happening to someone else's. If I do something to someone else, it's happening to me. And we can really start to take responsibility for our actions and the rippling effect that, you know, occurs when we are involved in something or focusing on something, that energy that's brought back to us. And when our children, our elderly are trafficked in this system, it's okay to be talking about it. The big thing is, how are we going to be that change we want to see? Yeah, talk about it, speak our truth, let people know that we're not in this alone. But then what are we going to focus on? Where's our energy going to go? So that's what's going to get our fields the biggest harvest. I love you guys. I thank you for just tuning in. I thank you for subscribing and liking, and I hope that you come back again. Namaste to you.